Hello and welcome to another Your Partnerships Meet, and I'm so pleased to have Teresa out with me today. She was wandering by the studio and we just grabbed her, so but no, it's all good. So Teresa, you obviously you do the proofreading, and well, let you explain. Simple as that. So let them know a little bit about your background, because you've been doing this for couple of days now, so I'll let you go ahead.
Bit experience. So my actual background is in media, in television and radio, but it was the production.
Now I'm nervous.
It's a production side of things.
Yes.
So I would work with script writers, with producers, with directors, and I would make sure that all the productions and all broadcast material fitted the regulatory requirements.
Yes.
So I had to have that eye for detail and that approach to consistency. So, for example, we couldn't have you sitting there in one shot and then like that in the next one without any sort of consistency. So that's where my attention to detail started.
Okay.
And then it grew from there. And then I fell into proofreading, if I'm honest, but I absolutely loved it. My dad was a classicist and used to bring me up, making sure I had the correct grammar. So that's just in me, basically. And I'm happy to share that joy. So I fell into proofreading.
So you actually make me nervous on two levels. One, we talked about this bit and me being an amateur as far as just getting in front of the camera and just doing whatever. But the other one is, because English is kind of like a second language to me. I mean, being American. So always when I'm emailing or doing anything to people like you, I'm like, oh God, I know it's wrong. There's nothing I can do about it because it's only. But which proves your worth though. Why people need you, because if I'm left to my own accord to do it, it's never going to be what it should be.
And I have a talent for that, and I have a skill and experience. What I don't have a talent and skill for is numbers.
Yeah.
So, for example, people who are accountants or anything like that, I just think are amazing.
Yeah.
So numbers are their thing, words are my thing. It comes naturally to me. And I know it doesn't come naturally to a lot of other people, and that's fine, because I'm there to support them and hold them up.
If it helps, I'm no good at numbers or words, so I'm good.
But look, you're amazing social skills.
Just like going around causing trouble. That's
exactly.
I'm very good at that.
Exactly, and I like mopping up people's messes. So it's all good.
So what are some of the some success stories or some testimonials? I know you probably got a lot of NDAs and things of that nature because you work on high level stuff. But yeah, what are people? Where should people be looking to access you and stuff like that?
So I offer a variety of services. I have worked with self-publishing authors, and I have done the copy editing, which comes before the proofreading. So, for example, if you want to write a business book, I will help shape that, and then the proofreading comes at the very last stage, basically. But the copy editing is tweaking sentences, tweaking paragraphs, making sure it flows. I also work on marketing material for corporate companies, for small businesses. I've been helping an international brand break into the UK market.
Okay.
So they're
which is very important, because they won't have it proofread properly if they're. I don't know where they're coming from, but it's getting it to that UK tone, isn't it?
It is, yeah. And that's why I add value to their business, basically, because it's written in German.
Yes.
It's then translated into American English,
which is not UK English.
Not English. So then for the UK audience, I add those nuances that only UK residents would know about, for example. And the same, I have a Swedish client as well. And they're very literal in their translations. So I just add that readability factor and make it flow for them.
That softer approach.
Softer approach, yeah.
No, it all makes sense, and it is amazing. So with the network itself, I know you've made lots of good friends and things like that. What would you say to someone that's even thinking about networking? What do you see? What values do you see it bring to your business and your life?
For me, it was a bit of a no-brainer. To be honest. I was very nervous about it, because I'm a bit of an introvert, to be honest.
Okay.
However, with your partnerships, there's a variety of big events, which I don't tend to go to.
No, that's fine.
So that's just not my comfort zone. And then smaller events, I get a lot of benefit out of. So I've made connections and met people, and they've referred me on to other people.
Yes.
And on those days where work's a bit slow, I go networking, because that's all part of the business, and I can't ever rest on my laurels and think, I've got 5 regular clients, because they might not have work,
Yes.
so I need to find other work. And
that's
it gets
why
me out of the house.
and that out of the house, and that's important as well. But also with networking, it's keeping that. As I say all the time, you're basically building your own invisible work sales force, basically.
Yeah.
Because the more people get to know about you, the more because they'll be doing their normal, that trod through life, and they'll run into someone and go, oh, does anyone know? I've got this new web page, but I don't know if it sounds right. Oh, well, we know exactly who to talk to. Simple as that. But by continually getting your name out there and people getting to know more about you, that's how that works. Which you understand.
Yeah.
But no, and so what are some of the clients you've worked with lately that I know you can't say with NDAs, but what type of successes have you had, or what interesting projects? That's what I want to say.
Interesting project. I've had really interesting projects. One was a research consultant for UNICEF.
Okay.
And I have to say, I learn a lot with my proofreading. Subject matter that I've never normally touch upon. So that was very interesting. I've done a lot of educational research reports, which are based in higher education.
Right.
So again, I've learned a lot about the higher education behind the scenes system.
Cool.
One of my favourite clients is a local bakery, and I proofread her recipes, not recipes, her menus. And I've also proofread recipes as well.
Did it come with samples? That's the question.
Yeah, it did. I had to make sure they weren't poisonous.
Well,
it
helps with the writing to know exactly. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
How can you not know how to? You've got to explain how it tastes. So
exactly. And I have proofread recipes as well, and I have saved people from having a tablespoon of wasabi rather than a teaspoon of wasabi. So that could have been quite a big difference. Yeah. That was for quite a big corporate client actually. So that was quite good. And I've really enjoyed working on the business books because again I've just learned so much about the subject. Really interesting. One was all about retirement, and as I was editing I was pinging links across to my parents. So have you thought about this? I'll
save that for myself for a few years.
Yeah, exactly. Another one was bring your product idea to life. So if you have a product idea, read the book, and she can help you bring it to life, bring it to market.
Love it.
So a whole range
you
of
get
things.
paid to learn, basically.
I get paid to learn, yeah.
I love it.
And pass on the information.
Cool.
But I do small things as well. So I work with a lot of local businesses in Saltash particularly, just because there's a networking group there.
Yep.
And I proofread their adverts, their flyers, sometimes their social media posts, but that's a different beast.
Yes.
I just think with social media, there is a lot of judgment out there. I never judge because I know that people are tapping away on their phones and phones auto-incorrect and they're on the run, and maybe people might be dyslexic. I don't know their stories.
True.
So I never judge. I only judge if I'm asked.
And depending on the social media as well. I mean, sometimes it's part of their personalities as well. So it's sort of like there's nobody perfect. So. Trust me, I know that.
Yeah, and also I have to be really careful because my phone auto-incorrects things and I have to reread. Yes. And I can never do it without my glasses on.
God,
just in case.
What a nightmare. Yeah, because you can't ever put anything wrong. They'll be like, oh, no.
No, I have to leave it 24 hours.
Makes sense, yeah.
But I do work with clients who have dyslexia and ADHD as well. And I help them organise their thoughts. And that's great because they have the ideas and they write, and I just help them tidy it up.
Yeah, of course. I mean, and with those type things as well, they'll think differently, so they'll come up with different ideas than you or I would have as well. So it is as it's saying, it's a kind of bit of a superpower nowadays as well. So if honed in the correct way,
absolutely.
Well, I want to thank you for coming out here and allowing us just to grab you and throw you into the studio. But you obviously you've come across wonderful, which I knew you would with your background. Also want to thank Corker Media for having us out here. You've not been out here before, have you?
I haven't. It's amazing. What an amazing facility and what a location as well. It's a hidden treasure. I would
definitely
say, actually.
is, and professionalism with it, and it's just amazing what all they do. So, but we'll definitely get the video to you, and you'll go, wow. I mean, they even made Brock look okay, so he must be good. But on a serious note, thank you so much for coming out today, and I'll see you in the networking rooms.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for having me. It's been great.
Well, see you next time. Take care.